A lot of urban explorers have a fascination with abandoned railroad tracks and tunnels. Train routes can be taken out of use and shut down for multiple reasons, and rarely are the tracks removed thereafter. Sometimes the tracks left behind are repurposed for things such as pedal carts. Usually though, they're just left to decay. A lot of people like to explore these abandoned tracks and tunnels, but sometimes people mistake active train routes for abandoned ones, and this has led to some pretty shocking close calls. Filmed somewhere in Mexico, this video was recorded by Brian Garcia's GoPro, as he and a few friends walk into a tunnel of an active railroad track which they mistakenly assume to be inactive. As the group walks down the tunnel, unsuspecting of what's to come, their carefree attitudes are shattered as the sound of an approaching train can be heard, and with only seconds to act, they turn around and make a beeline for the exit.
Hey, train! Turn off your lights! Oh shit! Run! Oh shit! Oh! Run! Oh, shit!
The viewer of the video doesn't realize just how close behind them the train was until the blaring sound of the horn could be heard from directly behind them, and they all make it out of the tunnel with barely 3 seconds to spare, narrowly escaping with their lives. Similarly, in this following video, 2 unsuspecting individuals decide to enter the tunnel of a railroad, unbeknownst to them, an active railroad. These 2 enter the tunnel on their bikes, and after hearing and feeling the vibrations of an oncoming train, they both turn around and head for the exit. However, the one with the GoPro spends a concerning and questionable amount of time trying to move his bike off the tracks to avoid it being hit instead of simply getting himself out of the tunnel into safety. And this almost cost him his life, as once again, just like in the previous video, he manages to escape the tunnel with less than 3 seconds to spare. And in this video, another YouTuber is exploring a railroad tunnel, and he was unaware of the train schedule. So right as he's in the middle of the tunnel, the unexpected sound of an approaching train forces him to seek cover.
Oh, fuck.
Unfortunately, timing was on his side in at least one way, as he was next to a safety niche as the train was approaching. This is a more common occurrence than you may think, and there are actually hundreds of deaths per year from people trespassing on active railroads. There's an expression when it comes to bears. If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lie down. If it's white, say goodnight. It's pretty self-explanatory. Black bear sightings rarely end in attacks, but if they do, your best course of action is to make yourself appear as big as possible and to fight back with everything you've got. If you see a brown bear, you have no chance of fighting back, and it's best to lie down and play dead. And if you see a polar bear, you're as good as dead. There are many videos on the internet capturing people's encounters with black bears, and while some can be terrifying, for example black bears stalking and following people or bluff charging people, rarely do these encounters lead to actual attacks. That's why this video captured by Canadian Richard Wesley is truly shocking. While out hunting, Richard spots a black bear in the distance which is peacefully going about its business. But once the bear becomes aware of his presence, it starts to approach him. What seems like a casual, slow movement soon becomes an aggressive charge, and despite Wesley's attempts to make loud noises and intimidate the bear, it leaps at him and swipes, knocking him to the ground. He manages to fend off the bear, and he picks up the camera 15 seconds later, happy to be alive. This video shows how the black bear can truly be an unpredictable animal. The following footage was taken by Mark Roberts, who was climbing a mountain in Snowdonia with 2 pickaxes when a chunk of ice dislodged above him by another climber hit him, causing him to lose his grip and plummet 100 feet down the mountain. The footage shows Roberts hitting boulders and ice as he fell down the gully before finally coming to a stop. Luckily for Roberts, he got out of this with only a broken ankle. Fellow climbers called emergency services, and he was rescued soon after by an RAF helicopter. A tourist on a bike tour in a rather rough part of Buenos Aires, Argentina, caught something completely unexpected on his GoPro. In broad daylight, a thief rides in front of his path, draws a gun, and demands for the man recording to give him his backpack containing his expensive camera gear. This is in public view with many other people riding bicycles witnessing the events. The man with the gun attempted to steal his camera gear at gunpoint, but due to the public exposure, things didn't go smoothly for the thief. The man recording claimed he didn't know what the thief was saying, demanding the mochila, which means backpack in Spanish.
Migo. I don't know what you're saying, man. I don't know what you're saying, man.
He gives up the bike instead. That's not what the thief wants, so he chases the man down on foot, gun still drawn.
Migo! Okay, I gotta give it to him. Migo!
However, as one of the men in his group apparently comes to his aid, the armed man seems to back off. The man recording got off lucky in this case, just due to the situation with witnesses in all directions, though it's also very likely that the man was waving a fake or unloaded gun. The man wearing the GoPro capturing this video posted his BMX bike on Facebook Marketplace and was contacted by a girl expressing interest in it. They set up a meetup place at a gas station. Thanks to the guy's situational awareness, he notices something seems off as a guy in a white hoodie is quickly approaching them, and this is quickly starting to look like a robbery setup.
Bike? Yeah.
What kind of bike is it?
Yeah, it's this one.
I see. Is this the same bike?
Sorry?
Is this the same bike?
Yeah.
Yeah? Where did you get this?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yo. Hey, what is it?
The girl's reaction, or rather lack of a reaction to him biking away, is also incredibly weird and suspicious. She's not even questioning why he's biking away. As he starts to flee, the guy in the white hoodie starts running after him, shouting at him.
No. What the hell?
If I had to guess, he was also yelling something at the second guy here, who also appears to be part of the attempted robbery, to try and grab him off the bike. Luckily, he's built up enough speed by then to pass the guy and escape. It's no secret that sport rivalries can go anywhere from harmless trash talking to full-on fights and riots. It's a little less known that there's a big rivalry between Hungarian and Romanian football fans. This following video was taken on a GoPro worn by a Hungarian football fan who was answering to the Romanian petards being thrown in the crowds and the provocation by fellow Hungarians. This huge group of Hungarian hooligans attacked the security and several Romanian supporters as they were falling back to their sector. After many kicks and punches, 3 injuries resulted, but none serious. This video captured the shocking moment 2 planes carrying a total of 9 skydivers collided mid-air 12,000 feet above the ground. The 2 single-engine planes were in position for a maneuver called the tracking dive, with one closely following the other. The skydivers claimed as they were getting ready to jump that it seemed like the second plane was getting closer and closer, and all of a sudden, they all thought it was getting too close. The impact threw the skydivers out of the plane, who all landed safely. The pilot of the first plane got out alive too, using his emergency parachute, while the pilot of the second plane miraculously landed the plane safely. In a similar genre of catastrophe, this final GoPro video captured the moment a small passenger plane made a crash landing into the water on the way to Honolulu, extremely close to the shore. Due to an engine failure, the pilot had to take the plane down into the river as steadily and safely as possible as the horrified passengers watched the ocean fast approaching through the windows. Everybody was surprisingly calm and organized, escaping the plane quickly and sticking together. However, shockingly, despite the fact that everyone made it out of the plane safely, one person did not survive. Highly regarded Hawaiian health official Loretta Fuddy suffered a cardiac arrhythmia, meaning improper beating of the heart while floating in the water waiting for rescuers.